Okay, so here's an example of how you can use filters and EQs to listen to different parts of the music. I'm going to take an EQ3 and drop it on Henry Green here. Alright, this is low, middle, and high split into bands. And right now they're all three turned on, and they're not boosted or cut. So we'll listen to the song. Whoops, I forgot I left my mastering stuff on, so I just turned that off. So you'll notice when I turn this EQ on and off, because nothing's boosted, nothing's cut, and all three bands are on, it won't sound different at all. It'll sound completely the same. There's a little click when it turns on and off, but it's not important. So I'm going to pull this loop brace back a little bit. We're just going to listen to a little bit of this. And what I'm going to do is, what this does is this allows you to turn on and off the different bands. So I could like turn off the lows and just listen to the mids and highs, or I could turn off the mids and the lows and listen to the highs, and so on and so forth. So let me show you what some of that sounds like. So that's one way to listen to different things going on in the music. The other thing you can do is use autofilter and set it to one of these peaking filters. And then you can just adjust the frequency control up and down to listen to the different bands. See what's happening at different frequencies. Low mids. Mids. High mids. Highs. So that's just a couple of techniques for how you might listen to different parts of the music. Like if you're trying to figure out whether or not you've EQ'd an instrument correctly, you can use that to figure out whether or not that frequency exists for that instrument. For instance, if you are trying to figure out whether the electric guitar sound has a lot of high frequencies in it, you can turn this on, just put it on high frequencies and see if you can hear the electric guitar. And I can hear a little bit of it. So there are some highs in the electric guitar. There's more of it there. But when you get down here, we don't hear the electric guitar anymore. So we know that the electric guitar has been cut so that this 100 hertz here does not show up in that electric guitar part. So that's one way of figuring out whether your different instruments have been EQ'd properly, or figuring out what's going on in the different layers. Like if I just solo this whole part here. So there's a sub bass. It's resonating way down in the 40-50 range. It's really low bass. Now I'm up here in like 140, 150, and I'm starting to hear some guitar. Also, I'm hearing some vocal. Lots of guitar and vocal here. And some pad. I'm starting to hear some airy pad. That could also be the reverb from the electric guitar. Yeah, the electric guitar and the vocal has a lot of high frequency component. Yeah. And the vocals go way up. So way up here at the highest ranges, we can still hear some lead vocal. So let's do that here later on in the song and see if we can hear more different things. Percussion. Whale noise guitar. Mid-range pad. Lots of low mids in that percussion. Guitar's got a lot of sustain in the low mids as well. And there's that sub bass. Now, interesting thing, I actually added an extra sub bass that does not exist in the beginning. Here you can hear the bass guitar, but it's not a sub bass. See, that bass guitar is living in this like 100, 150 range. Here the bass guitar starts to go away as I get below 100. Starts to disappear. So this bass guitar has had some of the extra lows cut out of it. It starts to roll off around 50, 60, 70. But then when you get to the chorus, there's this extra sub bass that comes in. Hear all that extra low stuff? That's a nice, thick, synthesized sub bass that's been added just for the chorus. So anyway, that's actually how I found that extra instrument was in there. I did this frequency sweep and was able to isolate it. So there you go.